Of course, we all know the story of The Lion King, Simba's epic journey from losing his father to finally finding the strength to take his rightful place as king. But what is the story actually about? What are the themes behind the action we see on stage? Well, that's exactly what we asked some of the people behind the show.
At the very base of The Lion King is a fundamental story about responsibility. When we made the movie and when we made the stage show, we talked about this a great deal. The whole thing is actually about Simba facing his responsibilities.
The story is a classic prodigal son story. The young prince has to go out on a journey into darkness and find himself before he's allowed to come home and take on the mantle of kingship.
He believes the wrong people. He follows the wrong advice of his evil Uncle Scar. It's only when he reflects on all of this later as a young man that he realizes how to put things right.
The most important theme is about truly believing in who you are and what you can be.
The story is familiar, but how it's told is very original.
With the ideas behind the story in place, what techniques did the show's creators use to help illustrate those themes on stage?
The circle of life is the main overarching thematic element in the show. We see it at the very top of the show when the sun rises. It's a perfect circle. Pride Rock comes up out of the ground. It's also a circular shape that then rises. So the circle as a scenic element in our show represents everything being right and balanced in the world.
The circle of life is in the designs all through the show. At the beginning of Act 2, there's a circular water hole, all done with silk. Mufasa's mask, it's a circle. When we push the gazelles across the stage on this contraption, you see wheels turning, circles. The circle is the sun. Right there, the circle of life is represented by a gigantic circle on stage. Throughout The Lion King, which is about the circle of life, we see circles everywhere in the show.
With the show being a global phenomenon, playing to rapt audiences all around the world, what is it that makes The Lion King such a success?
I think it comes down to this fundamental story of it. Who am I? How do I fit into my community? What will become of me? Well, what will become of you is that you will be part of the circle of life.
That's what the world is. It's eclectic, and that's what The Lion King is a representation of. It's all of these different fractions of the savannah coming together to pay their respects to the future king. And that's what's great about any society. We might not all get along, but when things are really important, we all are bound together by any sense of community.
It's a tale that every culture, everybody understands.
I hope it also resonates with them, the thematic that we are all joined in this, if you will, circle of life that we sing about in the show. That each of us are interconnected and relate to each other. That's hugely important to me, that you realize that not only do you share this experience with an audience in a live theater setting, but we all share this planet together, and The Lion King has a lot to say about that.